It is Audibles time. Actually, for the first time here in 2023, we get to see Zach Elvira's smiling face with the Tribune. We get to see Eric Sorensen somewhat smiling, always serious, always delivering the goods, of course, with the zone read at sports360az.com. Eric, I'm going to start with you. The off season, it's our first time getting together. What has been your biggest takeaway of the off season in high school football in Arizona?
In a way, how quiet it's been on the coaching carousel. We've got some movement late in the past few weeks.
Zach?
I agree with Eric, and I'm also going to say the transfers. I mean, we saw Dylan Raiola, obviously the big move early on in the offseason. Since then, though, it's been kind of quiet. I really haven't heard of a lot of kids making the jump. I expected a lot more. Obviously, there's still a lot of time. Spring ball has to happen. The summer is a big period where people can make moves, but that's been kind of my surprise, too. I thought Dylan Raiola's transfer was going to kind of set a domino effect in motion.
Eric, you spoke with Raiola at length for your zone read. Were you surprised that a player as highly touted, highly regarded, would leave a program like Chandler, a national brand, to go to Pinnacle?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. It's interesting to me, guys, because he went from a spot at Chandler where he didn't have to compete with another quarterback. Now he goes to Pinnacle. I think we can all agree he's probably going to beat out Wyatt Horton. I think one of the big reasons why he wanted to go to Pinnacle was he just wanted to improve. And not that he didn't improve at Chandler, but I think he and his family are really looking to take the next step at Pinnacle. And if you go back to the lineage of Pinnacle quarterbacks, it's easy to see why that decision was made.
Okay, let's talk coaching movement. So Zach, I'm going to start with you on this one. Desert Vista keeps turning over coaches. That's a fact. And that program at one time was once very big and very proud. And they go get Scooter Molander, an established name, an established brand. He did a great job at Brophy, went over to Eastmark, killed it there. Desert Vista finally get it right?
I think they did. Desert Vista, that's been a really hard job to keep. Them and Ty Wisdom did not really work out. Obviously, Nate Gill stepping away for personal issues. Not going to fault him for that. Obviously, he's taking care of his mental health. That's really important. But I do think they got it right with Scooter Molander. The one thing that Stacy White, the principal over there, who kind of led the charge with this hire, said to me was that they wanted someone that was going to have continuity, that has leadership experience, and that was going to be there to build back up this program. And I really think Scooter Molander is the perfect candidate to do that. He has experience, like you mentioned, Brad, at Brophy, 12 postseason appearances in his 13 years there. He won a championship at Eastmark in 3 seasons. He knows how to coach. He knows how to lead, most importantly. And I think he's going to be really good for those players over there.
Eric Saguaro. So we have not talked since Zach Hill came over. You've been all over that, inside and out around that program. There's a lot of change going on at Saguaro. It's hard to not think here in the middle of March that they are going to take a step back, or am I dead flat wrong?
That's a great question, Brad. Right now, if you look at them on paper, I do think Saguaro takes a little bit of a step back, but they do have a young quarterback coming in from out of state that is not going to have to sit out those first 5 games. He's going to be eligible to play right away. And Zach Hill just knows how to coach offenses and specifically coach quarterbacks. Even going back to the Dylan Raiola situation, I know the Raiolas looked at ALA when Zach Hill was there. Obviously, when Zach Hill left to take the Saguaro job, that changed things a bit. But I feel Saguaro, it's going to be a little bit of a transition, but they retained enough of that old coaching staff. And Zach Hill recently brought in some fresh faces as well. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. And that region, guys, is so tough. Saguaro might just take a step back just because the rest of the teams in that region are so talented.
Eric Sorensen and Zach Elvira every week, AZ Audibles during the high school season. Good to catch up with you guys in the off season. And by the way, high school football on the flag level is now there for the girls. It's about dang time. Here's Jordan Spurgeon.